1 as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them on their home floor. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Bam Adebayo.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under him.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Tyler Hero. Bam Adebayo is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Thomas, and it's Williams at the 3 spot. Well, Greg, this matchup features 2 teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Hero. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Love high post. Outside Hero. 6 to shoot. Over Thomas. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Pass to Williams. Here's Claxton. Now Russell jacks up a 3. The rebound by Kevin Love. Wiggins against Thomas. And it's Wiggins missing. Johnson, the pass to Thomas. Russell with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
Yeah, there's not a lot of spots, at least in the last couple years, that we've seen that Russell is not confident in firing it from.
Hero kicks to Love. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Now, they were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Mitchell, following the 3-pointer by Brooklyn. Outside, Hero. Back to Mitchell. Over Russell. And it's Mitchell missing.
I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
And checking out some numbers for Andrew Wiggins. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when a star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Now, here's Mitchell. 9-point game his last outing. Good ball movement here by Miami. And Love has it in the corner. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Williams up on top, covered by Wiggins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, Hero, 8 points his last outing. And the rejection by Claxton. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Bam grabs the board, and then Bam knows what to do.
Nets leading by 4. Outside Thomas. Williams kicks to Johnson. Adebayo against Thomas. Claxton a screen on Adebayo. 4 on the shot clock. Thomas, no luck.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And Wiggins throws it down.
Quick into the air. Andrew Wiggins up and throws it down.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Pass to Johnson. Thomas with the ball. He's covered by Hero. Claxton the pass to Williams. From outside, off the mark. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Mitchell kicks to Love. Outside, Hero. And here's Mitchell from the arc. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Russell with the bucket.
And look at Russell bringing the intensity. He's stronger now, willing to mix it up inside no matter who's on it.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Adebayo. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. And it's the Heat with the ball. They trail by 1. Last time they met was in Miami.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
And going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Russell against Mitchell. And it's Russell in the corner. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another
to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Pass to Thomas. Here's the three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hero. And the rejection by Claxton. Here's Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Well, understanding not only the routes, but the speed and angles of those routes, Russell with the knack to find the right spot.
Now, Hero. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Wiggins outside. A rebound by the Nets. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
And he makes the first. We are right in the middle part of a long season, GA. As a player, how do you stay engaged? How do you stay focused?
Kevin, this is where the grind can really catch up to you. Easy to start feeling complacent or check out a little bit. So you got to shake that off. And I tell you another thing, your coaches will play a huge role in keeping you engaged.
Now, Hero. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, it's one thing to stay balanced, but you really have to stay concentrated. That's a tough bucket by Tyler Hero.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
Here's Hero. After the basket by Brooklyn. Adebayo with a screen on Thomas. Hero with it. Now Thomas defending. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And a great job by Tyler that time, just getting in there and wanting to be involved in the rebound.
Outside Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Nets.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. Outside Robinson. Back to Hero. 6 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Williams. Here's Thomas. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mitchell with it. Picked up by Claxton. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
First one falls for him. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. And you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve. And he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Sharp finds Hayes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
And Hayes sticking with his shot that time. The defense closing in around him.
That free throw good from Hayes. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Bam Adebayo. Hayes hits them both. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Rozier with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. Stolen by Wilson. Johnson, the pass to Melton. The Nets working the ball around now. And the Nets miss again.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Rozier. Here's Jovic. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Now Hayes. He's coming off a 16-point game against Phoenix. Johnson sets the screen for Hayes. The three. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat with the lead. Outside Rozier. It's Robinson, top of the key. The kick out to Rozier. Miami again turning it over. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they put up this month. The Heat in second.
Well, over the last month, they've started to hit a high percentage of shots, and I think it's due primarily to great shot selection.
The Heat making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Rozier against Melton. Out to the right wing. Sharp with a screen on Robinson. That's tipped. Here's Wiggins. Yes, that goes in. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Nets shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Melton against Rozier. And here's Hayes. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. 5 to shoot. And the Nets miss again.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Jovic passes to Robinson. 1:25 left in the first. Wiggins kicks to Ware. Pass to Jovic. And stolen by Sharp. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Recognized the possession change, and Johnson got way out front to score.
1:06 left in the first quarter. Here's Robinson. Still yet to score. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Up top, Sharp. Pass to Johnson. 44 seconds left to play here in the first. Shot clock at 5. Sharp, the pass to Melton. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Melton against Rozier. And taken away by Johnson. In transition, here come the Nets. And Hayes throws it down.
And Hayes finding a little bit of space there in transition.
Miami's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Outside Rozier. Takes the 13-footer and no good. Tie game in Brooklyn. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Heat. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. On the court for Miami here in the second. Duncan Robinson out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center.
And how about the slam from Wiggins, showing off some of that athleticism there.
Brooklyn trailing. Now here's Melton. No scoring in this one. Now here's Hayes. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Nets trail by 3. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Back to Melton. There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Andrew Wiggins.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the second free throw, good. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Well, you look at Williams, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Now here's Hayes. Wilson, and he jams it with authority.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Miami with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Rozier, the pass to Jovic. In the corner, it's Wiggins. They're running. Here's Hayes. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Brooklyn.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
So it's Miami now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Rozier.
And we continue to see Rozier taking on more responsibility offensively. Nice finish inside.
Here's Melton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And you watch Terry Rozier. His playmaking, Brent, has really ascended over the years.
Yeah, Terry has had a really good career and has been a little bit quiet and muted because of where he has played his career. But his opportunity as a secondary role guy to come in and score the basketball and put pressure on the defense, he is a go-to guy for stretches for any team.
So it's Miami now. After the basket by Brooklyn, Robinson finds Rozier. Back to Robinson. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
Duncan Robinson doing some work inside at 6'7". He could do that.
Melton against Rozier. Melton sets a screen for Hayes. Driving in, and Hayes throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Rozier after the basket by Brooklyn. It's tipped. Pass to Wilson. This one for 3. It's good from long range. Now it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Rozier with the ball. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Jovic. And here is Robinson. Pass to Jovic. And stolen by Melton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
Shoot 2.
Free throw drops for Melton. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Wilson. And it's Russell in for Hayes. Kevin Love's checked in for the Heat. Hero comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Melton hits them both. The Heat trail by 8. Now Hero. 8 points for him. Over in the corner, Rozier. That one's off. Still out of sync. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And a wide open look for Claxton. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. For Miami, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Ware. He's guarded by Melton. Rozier for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. They host the Kings after this game. That will complete this 4-game homestand. It's Thomas on the wing. Guarded by Robinson. Here's the teardrop. Thomas, no good. The Heat trail by 8. Robinson finds Rozier. Now here's Love. Back to Rozier. Heat moving the ball around. Lock at 6. Pass to Hero. Over Russell. Again, the miss by the Heat. Brooklyn leading by 8. Outside Thomas. From past the arc. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Miami's on 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Robinson dishes to Ware. Back to Robinson. Here's Ware. Claxton covering. There's the pick. Trying to get something going. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 10 points.
And a nice 6 cents back there from Hero using that pick and roll.
And here is Thomas. He has 7. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you.
Well, the catch and shoot is where Tyler Hero excels.
Brooklyn leading by 8. Pass to Melton. Over in the corner, Claxton. Out to Russell. Latrey. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Rozier. Here's Love. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Love with the nose for the ball on that one. An extraordinary rebounder using his massive hands to haul in that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Sharp, and it's Williams in for Cameron Thomas. And that one falls for Love.
Well, this is what you get with Kevin Love. He can slide down to play the center position, and obviously he's a great stretch four, so that's some flexibility.
Now, here's Melton. Back to Russell. And he gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Russell. Puts it up from 15. Rebound by Williams. Nets leading by 7. Now, here is Russell. He's covered by Hero. Melton kicks to Johnson. Over Adebayo. That one a little long. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Mitchell passes to Wiggins. Wallace with it, covered by Johnson. Here's Hero. It's hauled in by Claxton. For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field.
I think D'Lo has all sorts of confidence when he has that kind of spot in his arsenal.
Here's Hero after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Drills the three-pointer. Wiggins has got 11.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
The Nets with the lead. Melton kicks to Williams. Russell looking around. Claxton a screen on Hero. Here's Russell. Kicks it out to Johnson. 4 on the clock. The three. Miami grabs the miss. Love's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Adebayo finds Hero. Back to Adebayo. Shoots a fader, and good that time. And now just a 4-point Nets lead.
And really over the last couple years, Bam getting more comfortable in that mid-range, and we're seeing the results of his hard work pay off.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. The Nets making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. In the third spot, Nick Claxton.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Nets leading by 4. Now here's Hayes. 9 points in the game so far. Shoots over Hero. The shot's good from Hayes. He's got 11.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Mitchell with the bounce pass. Adebayo with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Russell. Stolen by Hero. Here's Wiggins. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Wiggins has got 13 points. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as many as 11 points. Johnson, the pass to Hayes. He's feeling it. No good off the back of the rim. The Heat trail by 4. Launches it. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more. And he looks like he's going to get it.
It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Nets leading by 5. Pass to Claxton. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Hero with it. 13 points in the game. And Love has it in the corner. And the rejection by Claxton. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. The Heat trail by 7. 6 on the shot clock. Hero from long range.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Johnson against Hero. Wiggins from outside. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And Wiggins, right now, it's a buffet out there. He's getting everything he wants in spoonfuls.
Outside, Russell. Over Mitchell. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we finished one half of basketball. Nets lead by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these rails.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, one stat in their favor is the one they haven't been racking up, turnovers. They've been very precise with the ball movement.
Like a well-oiled diesel machine.
This from the man who averaged more turnovers than assists in his career. Enough said.
No, that's not true.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Kings matchup, I know they're technically underdogs, but they don't think that. They think they're coming out with a W, man.
A positive group with a lot of confidence. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
You want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
The Heat trail by 6. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now, Hero. Over Thomas. Hero, no good. Nets leading by 6. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Russell kicks to Williams. Back to Russell. Johnson against Adebayo. To the middle. Here's Thomas. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Thomas.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Mitchell passes to Hero. good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Pass to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. Nobody near Williams. Claxton the pass to Johnson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 11 points.
Johnson brings such a different element with that quick trigger. Not all guys have that.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Russell. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, an up and down stretch for him right now, but don't worry, team. He'll be back out there and feasting in no time.
Hero passes to Love. Back to Hero. Mitchell in the corner. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Miami shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
No good on the free throw. That one is no good. Nets leading by 7. Thomas goes in. Count that bucket. He's got 13.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Now Hero. He's got 15. Wiggins outside. Pass to Love. Shoots over Johnson. And again, it's the Heat missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month. The Heat in 5th.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
First free throw is good. And Williams drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Mitchell looking it over. Outside, Hero. They need this. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now, here is Russell. Claxton a screen on Mitchell. Russell from long range. Rebound by the Heat. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And Love has it in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Love's got his third basket of the night.
Check out Love striking from the corner, diversifying his selections to stay ahead of the D.
Nets leading by 8. Outside Thomas. Williams against Wiggins. Pass to Claxton. Russell with it. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Love. And here we go. Fast break. Love's got it. Wiggins in the post. Working on Williams. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2. That's on D'Angelo Russell. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
Free throw good, Wiggins.
And Andrew Wiggins came into this league as such a special talent. It's so great to see all of that blossoming this far into his career.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
Adebayo finds Hero. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Pump fake is so devastating, especially for a great offensive weapon like Wiggins.
The Heat have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. It's the Nets now. Russell with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Russell passes to Williams. Pass to Thomas. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Thomas got 7 points here in this quarter.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Wiggins outside. Love outside. And here is Mitchell. He's guarded by Russell. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. And the first one drops. And Mitchell drops them both. Brooklyn leading by 6. Russell passes to Thomas. Russell a screen on Hero. Here's Thomas. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. But I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, D.A. is a two-way threat. And so here is Miami following the bucket by the Nets. Love with the screen on Williams. Wiggins kicks to Love. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now that's 11 points for Kevin Love.
Smartly played there from Love. He knows exactly where to cut after he sets that screen.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Brooklyn. 6-point lead. Johnson outside from the arc. Rebound Love. Love's got 11 rebounds in the game. Hero finds Mitchell. Wiggins outside. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Floats one. He lays it in. Wiggins has got 23 points.
Wiggins with nice touch on that floater.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Williams. Then for the Heat, Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. And it's Rozier in for Davion Mitchell. Nets leading by 4. Outside Thomas. Drives to the hoop. And then Thomas with the jam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rozier kicks to Love. Robinson passes to Rozier. Kicks it out to Wiggins. From 15 feet away, no good off the front iron. Nets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Heat trail by 8. Rozier with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Robinson passes to Rozier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Deep Adebayo. Rebounded by the Nets. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Russell dishes to Thomas. Over Robinson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And now a 10-point Nets lead. Miami's on 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Back to Robinson. Heat moving the ball around. From 10 feet out, the rebound by Johnson. Brooklyn leading by 10. It's Thomas on the wing. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now, here's Rozier. Pass to Wiggins. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Teardrop shot. Good D by Johnson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Russell. Here's Sharp. It's hauled in by the Heat. Love's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Hayes comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Thomas. On defense, Miami. It's a 13-point game. Melton with a screen on Robinson. Here's Russell. Miami grabs the miss. On the wing, Wiggins, covered by Hayes. Love kicks to Rozier. Back to Love. Pass to Robinson to end the cold streak. And it's Melton with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 13. Now Hayes. Now Russell. He's guarded by Love. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. First one falls for him.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
And the Nets making a change here. Wilson's checked in. Then for the Heat, Ware's checked in, and it's Jaime Jaquez in for Wiggins. Now, here's Rozier. Pass to Ware. Sweet move.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Terry Rozier. How his last 10 games have gone. Putting up about 10 points a night, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he's in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
He doesn't get the second one. Right side, Wilson. Johnson kicks to Melton. Pass to Wilson. Now, here's Sharp. Defense is right there, and they'll keep possession. Lets it go with the 3. Melton, no good. The Heat trail by 14. Here's Adebayo. That one good for 2. Adebayo's got 8.
Adebayo not allowing the defense to slow him down.
1:32 left in the third. Now here's Hayes, guarded by Robinson. And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. The Heat in second.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Nikola Jovic is checked in for the Heat. Hayes hits them both. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Outside Robinson. Outside Rozier. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Rozier's got his second bucket of the game to go. To the left side wing. Right wing. Sharp sets the pick for Hayes. Back to Sharp. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. From deep three-point land. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Rozier, here we go. Here's Jovic. And again, Miami with the triple.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
32 seconds left here in the third quarter. Melton feeling it out a bit. Sharp, the pass to Hayes. Yep, that one goes in there. Hayes has got 4 this quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And here is Rozier. Fires the 3. And no good that time. Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We come back right after this. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Rozier's out there with Robinson. And it's Ware in at the 5. Jaquez against Thomas. Shoots over Jaquez. Thomas, no good. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Rozier. Pass to Jovic. Here's Robinson. Over in the corner, Jaquez. No good from outside. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Hayes kicks to Thomas. Shot from free throw range. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Thomas got 18 points just in the second half. Pass to Jovic. The kick out to Rozier. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Rozier's not one to be afraid to take things into his own hands. He'll get inside and get physical.
The Nets making a switch here. Clowney's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
You know, and every year, it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving.
Now here's Thomas. Shoots over Jaquez. Thomas, no good. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Robinson. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 5 assists in the game. It's the Nets now. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Trendon Watford's checked in for Brooklyn. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Hayes the pass to Watford. He's looking for Hayes and finds him. 5 to shoot. The 10-footer. And the shot is long. The Heat trail by 9. Rozier the pass to Jovic. Chalk up 2 there.
It's been great to see Rozier's growth as a passer over the course of his career.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Melton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. They set the pick. Here's Thomas. Bucket is good. Thomas got 5 points now in the quarter.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Robinson after the basket by Brooklyn. Outside Rozier. Pass to Jovic. Rebound Brooklyn. Now here's Hayes. Here's Sharp. Back to Hayes. Watford with it. Outside Thomas. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Thomas got 33 points.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
The Heat trail by 12. Rozier kicks to Ware. Robinson passes to Rozier. Back to Robinson. Now, here's Rozier. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
It's nice to see Rozier being the aggressor, dictating the action, putting the defender on defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
There's Thomas with the 3.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
And Brooklyn has possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Hayes. Now Sharp. It's Thomas on the wing. Marquez defending. Thomas passes to Sharp. Outside, Hero. And there's the drive. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here's Russell. Sharp on the wing. Back to Russell. Pass to Sharp from deep. And the Nets miss again.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Rozier. It's deflected. Russell with it. Thomas gets a wide open look. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 11.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Here's Ware. Now Hawkins. Ware kicks to Hero. Rebound, Brooklyn. Sharp's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Russell passes to Sharp. Over to the left wing. Hayes down low. He's covered by Hero. Timmy. No good on the 3. The Heat trail by 11. Outside, Hero. Ware kicks to Rozier. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Hayes. Now Hero driving inside. Count that one. Hero's got it back down to single digits for Miami.
In a flash, Tyler Hero makes his way to the inside. Nice use of his athleticism.
Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Thomas. Down low. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Williams, he's checked in for Sharp. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Wiggins outside. Clock at 6. Back to Hero. And he drives in. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Hero's got 21 in the game. Brooklyn with the ball. They lead by 7. Russell against Mitchell. Russell kicks to Thomas. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. Brooklyn leading by 5. Outside, Russell. Outside, Williams. Beyond the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
The Heat trail by 8. And here is Hero. To the paint and stolen by Williams. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Johnson. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Miami with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Back to Mitchell, a 3-ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And Wiggins is a capable passer, someone that wants to hit a guy in the right spot.
Mitchell against Russell.
Come around.
Outside Thomas. Screen by Claxton. Bounce pass Thomas. And Claxton throws it down.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Here's Mitchell. Outside, Hero. Back to Mitchell. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Just 4 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Nick Claxton.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Both shots good from the stripe. Nets leading by 7. Now, here is Russell. The 3 from Johnson. The rebound by Kevin Love. Adebayo against Johnson. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Back to Adebayo. Rebound, Brooklyn. On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Hero. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. The Heat trail by 7. Mitchell outside. Back to Hero. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Love finds Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Hero. A three-pointer, no good. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Here's Thomas, and the layup's good off the glass. Thomas got 10 points now just in this quarter.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. Coach not happy with the team. He told them, come on, we have to value the basketball. We're just giving it away. We'll see if they listened. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Hero. He takes it in, makes it off the glass. Hero's got 23 points.
Love it when Hero gets in there and goes strong like that because he can bully sometimes on the drive.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Thomas. Claxton a screen on Hero. Thomas goes in, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Gets the first, that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Adebayo with the screen for Hero. Inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
Nice roll by Adebayo, just having himself ready to receive that pass.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. .107 left in the fourth. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Well, recognizing D'Angelo Russell has become a scorer, he's got to go back to his natural instincts to make plays. He did there.
The Heat trail by 9. Hero with it. Mitchell wide open. Hands it from downtown.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
It's Thomas outside. Miami grabs the miss.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
You can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Now here's Adebayo. The shot no good, and so they choose to intentionally foul. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Timeout called, the Heat. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
It's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
Hero against Thomas. Hero, no good. And they go to the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And he commits the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
So it's the Nets picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Cam Thomas.